All right, here we go. Best explanation I've heard for The View was when Michael Malice asked guest Meghan McCain if she thought The View was a government op designed to convince people to repeal the 19th Amendment. Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Malice, that's pretty funny.
So I like watching The View for what they call craps and giggles. So Whoopi, first of all, Cheryl Hines went on. Now,
Yes.
I know Cheryl Hines, very nice person. Every time I've had an interaction with her, I liked her. And she's also the wife of RFK Jr. And as we know, RFK Jr. is the first head of the HHS who's actually a threat to Big Pharma. So Big Pharma owns the media, and so they get everybody brainwashed into hating the one guy who's trying to get rid of the criminal cartel that we know as Big Pharma. And if you find yourself hating RFK Jr., it's because you've been propagandized and you don't know it, which is the best kind of propaganda. Because if you know it's propaganda, Peter Marks just got a job with Eli Lilly, the guy who forced vaccine boosters on everyone. RFK is not going to get one of those jobs. And if you find yourself criticizing him over the jobs he's doing here, and you've been brainwashed, congratulations. You're just as dumb as the people who watch CNN. And so she went on ABC, and let's just watch what they ask her. Ready? Here we go.
Your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between autism and Tylenol,
I like how they say he believes he found some causal links. You know who else did? Science. That's what he wasn't quoting himself. He was quoting science. We already covered this. You know who else he was quoting? Tylenol. Tylenol advises people don't take this while you're pregnant. Okay, here we go.
Created a lot of panic in women who were being told by their OBGYNs who look at them that Tylenol, if necessary to treat pain during pregnancy, is safe. What would you say?
It panicked a lot of women that RFK said that. Yeah, it panicked a lot of women who didn't bother to read the label on the Tylenol bottle that says, don't do that. Okay, here we go.
And I know you're not a medical professional, but...
Oh, wait, quick question. Cheryl Hines not a doctor? No? Okay. Good thing Farrah qualified that then. Here we go.
To women who now feel... What would you say, and I know you're not a medical professional, but to women who now feel anxious and nervous because their doctor's telling them one thing, but the top public health professional is telling them something very different?
Not a professional.
Well, they
Hey, the Tylenol bottle says not to take Tylenol if I'm pregnant. Is the bottle a doctor? Huh. Also, what's a woman? Okay. What do you say to these women, Cheryl? Well, I would say try pulling your head out of your ass. But then again, I'm not a doctor. Okay, here we go.
said consult your doctor before taking it. That was the...
So she's saying that RFK has said consult your doctor before taking Tylenol while you're pregnant, because in certain circumstances, it makes sense. And that is exactly what he said. Consult your doctor. But we want, as responsible stewards of public health, we're letting you know there's been studies that show a link between Tylenol and neurological disorders with kids.
That's what they were saying, and that holds. So I agree. Listen, I've been pregnant. I understand it's stressful being pregnant. I found, because you're so concerned with everything. I didn't drink caffeine when I was pregnant. So to say, hey, consult your doctor before you take this, I agree with that, and I think that's okay for moms to hear.
Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am... This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you.
But we're going to keep still hectoring you anyway, even though I'm going to acknowledge, what did you say, Kurt?
It's for Whoopi to come in and tell us what's what. Whoopi Goldberg's fight.
Yeah, this isn't your fight, but we're going to keep pretending like it is, because It's chum to our audience because we're brainwashed by Big Pharma. In fact, we get lots of Big Pharma money here at ABC, which is why nobody at ABC ever criticizes Big Pharma. And we repeat brainwashed propaganda by Big Pharma, which is what they're doing right now.
Nobody is watching The View.
Nobody even mentions that Tylenol themselves warns pregnant women against taking their product.
You can try a lawsuit against your OB-GYN because he didn't read the label, I guess.
Yeah, right?
If you're worried.
Okay. Here we go.
We're acknowledging that, but go ahead. But hear what we're talking about.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's talking.
She's got ya. Your husband, RFK, in charge of the HHS, not a doctor.
Would he? Did they have doctors?
And you know who else isn't a doctor? The president of the United States, who appoints a guy. Guess who else isn't a doctor? She's going to tell you who else, because now she's got everybody's grinning like a fucking idiot. And the trained like seals in their audience, they're applauding this. RFK's not a doctor because they don't know anything about the HHS or the FDA or the CDC. Now Cheryl Hines is going to lay a smackdown on him and let him know the truth about the director of the HHS, whether he needs to be a doctor and how many previous ones were actual doctors. Let's see how the View reacts to this.
Oftentimes when he is speaking not with the best information that we can get because, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested, take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me.
When has he done that? When has he done that?
He repeatedly said during those hearings that no, I'm not saying to stop doing anything. I'm saying you could still have that choice.
You get the vaccine. Okay, here we go.
You should have all the information, I think is what he said.
Yes.
So I guess that's getting in the way of your doctor who tells you to drink Tylenol.
And I wonder, does it give you pause and are you able to say, that might not actually be so because I've got my experience and I've lived with this and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
They've had a science
There have been
background.
3.
Yeah.
So only 3 HHS secretaries have been actual doctors. The rest of them haven't been. In fact, the HHS secretary under Barack Obama, what was his profession? Let's listen.
No, to be honest,
one of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
An economist, not a doctor, not a scientist, not a lawyer who has sued Big Pharma and won, just an economist. Not an adversary, not someone who wants to expose Big Pharma's lie. No, just an economist under Obama. But somehow it gets applause when they say that RFK isn't a doctor in front of their freaking brainwashed audience, their moronic audience.
Well, Jimmy, that's because the audience is not of normal intelligence.
Let's watch. So now she lays that truth bomb on them. That 90% of the secretaries of HHS have not been doctors. In fact, Obama's HHS secretary was an economist. You think they're going to go, oh, I guess that was stupid of us to bring that up. How dumb of us to bring that up like it was a dunk on you, and how dumb of our audience to applaud like trained seals as if it was a real dunk on you, because it's not. Let's see how they say. Let's see what they say. You see the stupid look on her face? Like, now you're bringing facts into this. What do you do? What are you doing bringing facts into this?
Don't talk about my husband.
And don't talk about my husband's criminal, what is it called? Criminal financial crimes. Don't talk about my husband's embezzlement. Let's talk about your husband's not a doctor, even though 9 out of 10 HHS secretaries have not been doctors.
But
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have
Oh,
had a
wait,
science
wait,
background.
don't
which
do
our husband
anything
doesn't
else.
have either.
Don't say anything else yet.
because I do
Because
want
we have to
to.
take a break.
Your husband, when
Oh, she had to take a break after Cheryl Hines just lowered the boom on them, and she didn't even have the courtesy. Whoopi didn't have the courtesy to do a fake fart like she normally does. I mean,
Use your armpit, Whoopi.
I mean, she's named after a gag fart bag. Yeah. She has her own conversation killer built in. Don't say anything else. Was it then followed by a commercial for Pfizer? Because I have a feeling it was.
Oh, you know the head of Pfizer? Also not a doctor. He's a veterinarian.
Oh!
A non-practicing one.
The head of Pfizer, also not a doctor.
Oh, also Bill Gates, not a doctor, just a pervert. Just some rich pervert with weird lizard-like skin.
Bill Gates, not a doctor, not even a college graduate.
Not even a college
Not
graduate.
even a college. He doesn't even have the credentials that I have, Bill Gates. But they'll gladly ask Bill Gates about his opinion on vaccines till the cows come home, all day long. Every news organization, including The View, ask him about vaccines. He's not even a college graduate, let alone a doctor.
Hey, am I Bill Gates, Jimmy? I've only got the coveted demographic of some college. That I'm some college.
Let's watch it without me stopping it, and you could see all their moronism in full glory.
your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between autism and Tylenol, it created a lot of panic in women who were being told by their OBGYNs who look at them that Tylenol, if necessary to treat pain during pregnancy, is safe. What would you say, and I know you're not a medical professional, but to women who now feel anxious and nervous because their doctor's telling them one thing, but the top public health professional is telling them something very different?
Not a professional.
Well, they said consult your doctor before taking it. That's what they were saying, and that holds. So I agree. Listen, I've been pregnant. I understand it's stressful being pregnant. I found because you're so concerned with everything. I didn't drink caffeine when I was pregnant. So to say, hey, consult your doctor before you take this, I agree with that, and I think that's okay for moms to hear.
Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that. But go ahead. But hear what we're talking about.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's speaking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get because, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause and are you able to say, that might not actually be so because I've got my experience and I've lived with this and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a science background.
There have been 3.
Yeah.
No, to be honest.
One of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
But
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have had a science background.
Wait, don't
which
do
our husband
anything
doesn't
else.
have either.
Don't say anything else yet.
because I do
We
want
have to take a break.
Cheryl Hines looked like she's on Larry David show being patient with something stupid around Larry.
Yeah.
If Whoopi's name is Goldberg, why does she wear her hair in a turban? That's my question. You're not a Muslim, right?
She always seems like she's auditioning for a new character on Battlestar Galactica.
As you're mixing that up, Babylon 5 or Star Trek?
Babylon 5. Yeah, that's it. That's
cheap, where they can't afford aliens.
Yeah.
So they got to just do forehead prosthetics. Lester Holt. Lester Holt's a Klingon.
Anyway, so I just thought again, if you find yourself criticizing RFK for the work he's doing, at HHS, which is actually finally having safety tests on vaccines, telling you the truth about the connection between drugs and autism, and trying to clean up our water supply, trying to end advertising of big pharma on television. If you're against that stuff, you are a fucking moron who's been brainwashed and you don't know it.
Well, you're probably from New York and a child is a luxury boutique item for you. Then you're worried you might have dented your object because that's how they all are. You were going to put them on crazy drugs anyway. All them kids are on school shooter pills from the time they're 5. I know these people for years and years and years. This is to comfort the kind of New York rich dingbat who would make a TikTok taking Tylenol pills. And if you did do that, you should feel real scared for your kid, moron.
Okay, I'm going to be making fun of this in Irvine this Sunday. Come to Irvine Improv on October 19th. Also, all our second shows are now available in Australia. So if you try to get a ticket in Melbourne, Sydney, or Brisbane, you can go get a ticket right now. Also, we'll see you in Burbank the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday. Everybody's off. Then we'll see you in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, December 6th. We'll also be in Honolulu, Waikiki Beach, January 11th at the Blue Notes. Beautiful. Ticket link not available, but will be coming soon. Make your vacation plans now. Over to Steph.
Okay. Corn Pop, the baddest dude. Where would someone be able to contact you to inquire about employment with the show?
What kind of employment?
Vague, none specified. You can go to contact@jimmydore.com and send us an email in the subject line, employment opportunity. There really aren't any, but don't know what you have to offer the team. Now Jimmy's wants to know, what are you suggesting? What can you do? Send your resume, send a link, no promises. Let's see, Vienticus. Speaking of warning labels, a reason it says on the boxes of face masks that they don't stop pathogens is because during SARS, the Australian government went after companies that said they did. Thank you, Vienticus. So we risk getting autism if we want a pretty dick. I didn't see that connection. I didn't.
Whoa,
what? That came out of nowhere.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what dicks do too. Has anyone ever asked KK what is a man? Ask Kyle Kalinske what's a man.
What's a man cub? Is that what you said?
Okay, let's see.
He's a real cub, that kid.
All right, let me see if I have new ones. Hold on. Let's go over here.
How's that little cub Kyle Kalinske?
Right. All right, let's see.
Hey, my little cutie.
Hi, guys.
Which is how you talk to about a dog, not about your husband.
All right,
my little cutie.
These
Kyle
a-holes.
Kalinske looks like he takes baths.
These a-holes will literally sell out our country for a couple bags. Put his treasonous ass on the tall oak tree, metaphorically speaking, about Bolton, Melissa.
Hey, it's Jimmy. And I'm here to encourage fans of the Jimmy Dore Show to follow us on all the socials, which is the term we influencers use to refer to social media. We know the establishment's constantly trying to suppress our message, so you may have to seek us out to make sure you're following the right accounts. On Facebook, we're at Jimmy Dore Show. On Twitter, some call it X, I still call it Twitter, we're at Jimmy_Dore. On Instagram, you can find us at The Jimmy Dore Show, all one word. And Jimmy Dore Stand-Up. That's for my stand-up clips on Instagram. TikTok keeps banning us. So we can't imagine why they're doing it, but it is really irritating, if you know what I mean. So make sure you're following our brand new TikTok account, which is at The Jimmy Dore Show. Oh, that's The Jimmy Dore Show with a 0 at the end. We're even on Red Note at Jimmy Dore Comedy, even though I don't know what that is. And then if you're not yet a member, we strongly encourage you to join up at jimmydore.com so we can get all our bonus content and watch the full show ad-free. You'll be glad you did.
I'm glad I wasn't doing something that would compromise me. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Misha caught me rubbing some medicine on my back today. She acted like it was normal behavior. Here we go. Thank you, Jimmy and Steph. Thank you, Kurt and Misha. Saw you, Jimmy, 3 times in Vegas over the years. Union Plaza. Last greeter, I asked Jimmy, how about a humanitarian party? Jimmy said, good idea. Thanks again. MS Maha 702, thank you so much for tuning in. To answer your question, Jimmy, websites ending in .com are in the US. If a website ends in .uk, it's the UK. If it ends in .ai, it's Anguilla. All right. Vienticus, thank you. Love your brain. The women of The View need to stop dropping themselves on their heads, is something I would say if I believe they weren't simply paid to lie. Vienticus. Anton Petrov does videos on all these scientific studies. He made a good video a couple weeks ago about Tylenol and the things studies have found. Vienticus, thanks for the hot tip there.
You know, these people, and you think they're stupid, you know, and then you find out that Caitlin Collins, for example, I'll tell you the thing. Rogan texts me. She used to be like all Republican. It's amazing.
Who used to be a Republican? Who?
Caitlin Collins.
Really?
She used to talk the exact, big surprise. She says the exact opposite of what she used to say. I'll get it for you. When he said it to me, I was like, I never saw it, but I mean, you can't say it's a surprise.
Who has a doctor, Whoopi? You do. You are rich. Little wisdom. I was thinking the same thing when she goes, like, you got to talk to your doctor. Yeah. You know, and this whole idea that women are so scared now. Well, they have a reason to be scared. I mean,
you know, my mother, if she'd heard,
go ahead.
If my mother had heard there was a chance we could have been damaged if she had taken Tylenol, she would have not taken it just out of fear of harming the kid.
Well, yeah.
So it's a very specific, urban, wealthy, too reliant on pharmaceuticals kind of person that would even think like this. They're all neurotic because they're on a ton of pills. And they put their kids on pills and they, you know, plus they have luxury insurance and shit.
Well, I'd like to know how many of these women on The View are on Ozempic.
By the way, when did RFK get between Whoopi and her gynecologist? Did that have something to do with dragging that whale back? Did that in some way relate to him dropping a bear carcass?
All right, here we go. Now this is hilarious. Noel 2024. You just, you know, here you go. You go, fuck Jill Biden. That wasn't a doctor. That bitch just had a doctorate degree. Did The View ever challenge Dr. Jill's doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Jill Biden. What about Dr. J? And I'm starting to think I should trust Dr. Dre's advice.
Tommy, oh, hello, Tommy. DC71. RFK said the circumcision causes autism. What? Look it up. Did he ever say circumcision? RFK?
Oh.
I haven't.
Steph, I've sent it to you, the Caitlin Collins thing, but it's Caitlin Collins hates it when people share this video of her when she was a Daily Caller blogger. Who wrote negative stories about George Soros and BLM.
She said she was an independent? Yes. Oh, that was just she was an independent and an opportunity. Okay. An opportunity that must have paid well.
Well, I mean, no shit. Of course, that's what they are. It's opportunity. They don't have morals, and they don't have that. They just do whatever the pay is and whatever keeps them in the loop.
RFK says circumcision with Tylenol causes autism. So if you want a pretty dick, okay, that's where we came up with a pretty dick. I can't tell if Kurt has no idea what cub means or totally knows. Ryan Clark, I don't know. What does cub mean?
I totally know.
What does it mean?
It's like a bear, the little spoon with a bear.
Oh.
You familiar with Owen Benjamin? He formed a bearing camp.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Seth Moulton is a congressman from Massachusetts. He just launched a Senate bid to unseat Ed Markey, who is 79 years old. Tommy, in with the news. Thank you, Tommy.
Did Caitlin Collins have like a controversial, her tweets or something also on top of it where she's just like a total scumbag and is clearly all an act on her part?
Oh, I bet. I bet it'll take you less than 5 minutes to find out that. Resident of Des Plaines, Fox Lake, Morton Grove, Glenview, Skokie, Evanston, Rogers Park, Chicago, vote for Kat Abugazela, Palestinian for Zionist Congress seat. She will be my first vote. Stoop sign, and that was for Kat Abugazela.
CNN reporter Caitlin Collins apologizes for homophobic tweets. It's on an IMDb page. Was that a show she was on?
Right?
Yes.
Oh, he did say that about circumcision and autism, but highly likely because they were given Tylenol. Interesting.
There's 2 studies which
So it's
show
not that
children.
a mechanism of the circumcision. It's that you're giving them this drug for their circumcision. That's what he's saying?
Right.